ChatGPT-5 launched recently, and just about everyone is disappointed. Now, I think there are two reasons for this. The first is Sam Altman, OpenAI, they overhyped number 5. Number 5 was going to blow everyone's mind. Number 5 was going to be the gateway to artificial general intelligence, the brain in a box that could basically do everything that a human can do. Didn't work. So blame the hype. Now, the second reason is more subtle. You can actually blame the technology. Large language models, the LLMs, can frankly only do so much. And a lot of smart people are speculating that they're reaching their ceiling in terms of their capabilities as an inherent quality of the technology itself. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. You take a bunch of content online, you take all the content they can get online, chop it up into pieces, train your model on it to show the relationships, the weighting between the different pieces and the relationship to each other, and then somebody asks a question, asks you to do something, you cobble it all up back together based on the relationship of those different pieces of language, how we use language. Now, it's been pointed out, I think correctly, that the road to artificial general intelligence, AGI, isn't that way of going about doing business. Instead, you pump into a computer not a bunch of language, text, what people are saying to each other, telling each other, describing the world to each other through language, large language model, but you're pumping into the computers how we perceive and interact with the world through our senses. Huge difference. You've got a bunch of other models that, instead of using language, are using video, tactile stuff, even audio. And then they're cobbling that together to evolve the intelligence to not just pump out text or even an original video, but to pump out response to the environment. Robotics. If you're trying to create a robot waiter, a robot soldier, a robot needs to interact dynamically with the world like we do. And there's speculation, and here's where I agree, speculation that simulating the world as we experiencing it and getting the machines to interpret it and interact with the world, the real world, not just our language, is the way to artificial general intelligence. And then, in a sense, the language part can come later. And I think that's right. So I think if we're going to look at a brain in a box, the evolution even of consciousness, it's got to be through that method and not the chatbots. It's going to be through the robots, and their programming and training is going to be like an evolution, like we evolved in the real world. And then you could do that with simulations too, so that you simulate environments. You put robots in real environments, and they evolve in terms of their sophistication of interacting with and through those environments, and that's going to lead to artificial general intelligence. Very interesting. GPT-6 ain't going to be all that. But there could be that brain in a box. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and it's going to come from that completely different way of doing AI. Let's see.